Record this. Oh, we lost Gage. See if we can just capture everybody here. It's good to see everybody. Get this thing going here. Okay, got a couple things I want to talk with you about, and so a little bit will be on motivation, a little on sleep, and then also recovery, but really a little bit more with nutrition. So just to try and get some ideas in you, get you thinking about some stuff, and then I made a little bit of a footwork, kind of a agility video. Again, I'll show you at the end. So give me a thumbs up if you know who the heck that guy is right there. You guys know who that famous basketballer is? Yeah, that would be. So the reason why I put this on here is obviously that's LeBron James, who's one of the best basketball players in the world, but he's on the ground jumping. He's fighting for a loose ball. He's actually the only one around it, but his the message that sends to the rest of his team and how important he thinks that is, and the fact that he got on the ground to do that is very it sends a stronger message than he could ever say. So don't underestimate your ability to inspire and influence others. Give you something to read here for a second. And so notice here, Tom Landry isn't saying, he's not talking about winning a championship, but he's talking about a champion. You're really talking about a mindset, an approach that if you don't have it, you won't win a championship. But, this is about competing with yourself and forcing yourself to kind of never give up. And like I said, I know we're dealing with a lot here. And this is a very unique time. So what's happening, is this still holds. But how we attempt to respond to it, how we try to respond to it, and each person is going to have a different ability to respond and respond differently. So this is not a well, if you respond, you've done this. It's everybody has a chance to respond to it, and so you are in control is what we're trying to tell you and encourage you to think about. So for you guys, you're a little bit, some of you've played before, but this is going to be a new experience. And this game of football, getting in pads, which is eventually what we're going to do, and playing, unlike like a pickup basketball game or a pickup soccer game, you can't really run a pickup football game. You can play flag football, you can do things, but playing an actual football game really is very much a reserved opportunity. And so the amount of preparation that goes into it is just phenomenal. I mean, it is more than anything else to prepare to play the game of football. And so why do you want to prepare? Not why do you want to play, but why do you want to prepare? Okay, I'm going to do something here. So I am working on my skills as well here. I'm going to put you guys in breakout rooms. Give me 1 second. And so if you would, I can't go with you into both rooms, but there's going to be two. So I think there's going to be three in one room and two in another. This is totally random. Take a minute, introduce yourself, okay? And maybe share, why do you want to prepare to play football? All right. I'm going to give you about 2.5 minutes. So it won't be very long, but give yourself a chance to introduce yourself and then see if you can come up with an answer. Unpause here. Okay, I'm going to get back to what we got rolling today. All right, so sleeping. So this is part of content that I'm going to end up putting in a in a manual, sort of a handbook. So it's okay if you don't get a chance to kind of read all this here. I'm just going to highlight a thing or two. If you want to go back to the video when I post it, you can pause it. And so just some highlights here. You want a routine around bedtime. It's important, to establish that, so that you can, you can get enough sleep. Finish eating. You don't want to eat right before bed. Avoid exercising a few hours, and then you want to protect the sleep environment. So I'll share with you guys, I am not in the midst of a great sleep cycle at all, although I was able to last night. But I have not been well managing my sleep environment and feeling refreshed at all when the end comes. I need to work a little bit more on my rituals. Maybe reading a book or a magazine by soft light, staying away from your cell phone, um, a bath, maybe music, stretches. You're just trying to keep that sleep space as stress-free as possible. You might not be able to avoid it, but if you are hungry, something light right before you go to sleep. You don't want to put down a tri-tip sandwich, but maybe something turkey, granola. So just some ideas, um, if you find yourself in that spot. And so this is a little bit more me here with just trying to keep stress and trying to stay as worry free, um, and just doing sort of some deep breathing, a little bit relaxation techniques, progressive muscle relaxation, are some ideas if you're, if you're not quite having good nights of sleep. So something to think about, because that's a very important recovery tool for you in terms of what you need. From a nutrition point of view, um, so we're gonna hit on this a lot more, but I'm gonna just stay on some recovery foods. So as you're able to find some time to work out, um, just keep at it. You guys are just stay with it. You guys are working the long play anyways. But right now we've got a big chunk of time, before we end up, doing our football in its normal sense. So here are some ideas with recovery food, and the reason why they're on here, these are things that you would maybe have around the house that would be accessible to you, perhaps not too hard to find. So notice, especially for you guys, like, it's not a matter of going to the protein, getting a protein shake or something. There are supplements like that, but you can do it all with just natural foods as well. But making a concerted effort to eat after you exercise, soon after, and then down below some healthy, maybe some healthier decisions if you're out to eat with your family. A little bit less about work, going with friends right now, all stuff considered. So just some ideas there. But this is something I made. We're going to work a little bit with feet and agility. So let me share something else here. Hopefully you guys find this entertaining. Give me a second here. All right, here it is again. All right. Here we go. Another video from Coach Guider. And that's my daughter crushing it right there. So here we go. Enjoy. Some footwork drills this week. We're going to see if we can get you moving. It's all about being fast. It's all about being explosive and quick. So we're going to run. We're going to use dots. So come on over here. This would be an example of dots that you can create. I just use chalk. They're about 2 feet apart. You got one in the middle and then 2 up here. You could also do it with, here I use duct tape on the ground. So just 5 dots, so a square with one about in the middle. Okay. And so you could also do this on grass if you had it. I just use a little bit of spray paint to create that same pattern of dots. So again, about 2 feet or so, about a 2 foot by 2 foot box. You're going to do a series of movements on this. Now the whole thing is to try and be as fast as you can. It's all about speed, speed, speed. So my first one I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and back, forward, up and back, forward, up and back, forward, as fast as I can, as fast as I can. So you're going to do that up and back 10 times. And then as you're going to keep doing this, this is meant to be continuous. So next I'm going to go, and then I'm going to flip, and then turn. And I'm going to do that up and back 10 times. So now I'm going to do 2 feet. I'm going to go in and out, in and out, in and out, like that. So a star. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. All right, I'm going to go up. I'm going to do it around. I'm going to try and go around 10 times. All right, so this is going to get a little bit of cardiovascular involved as well. All right, so I'm going to go back to the 5-10-5 drill, this jingle jangle drill that we talked about. So I'm on grass here. I've used spray paint, and I've got 5 yards away on each side. Not my tennis balls today, but I've got a little something I'm going to pick up. So let me take you through this drill one more time. And this is a drill I would encourage you to do it with cleats on. And you want to go as fast as you can here. So on grass, like the grass should probably get chewed up a little bit. You want to keep moving your drill. You should be going so fast that you're taxing the grass. So as I start right here, right, I'm going to go over, I'm going to do it for you. All right, I'm going to do it for you. This is what it's going to look like. All right, I'm going to start here, hand down. All right, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pick it up. I'm not going to go all the way back. I'm going to pick up the other one, and I run it all the way through. So that is as fast, aggressive, right, as I can, and as violent on the turns as I can get, and then I'm going to go through the end, through the cone, not to the cone, right, to finish the drill. So let's see if we can get that even. That's a great drill for change of direction, which is incredibly important. All right, so we're also going to do a standing broad jump. So what I want you to do is mark a line. Okay, I've just used any sort of object, and I'm going to jump as far as I can. All right, I'm going to use both arms. I'm going to use full extension. So I'm all the way down.
And what I want to do is I want to try and stick the landing. So I don't want to fall forward, but I want to try and stick it. Okay. Now I want to mark that. So I'm going to mark it with something where I know about what my length is. And then what I'm going to do to shoot forward is I'm going to take it and move it 1 foot forward. So that's where I'm going to try and keep jumping for. That's my marker that I'm trying to get to. So now I'm going to like to see you guys do this. I would encourage you to take your time. You have full recovery, but you should be able to do about 10 to 12 of these. And now that I'm recovered, so now I've got my marker out there. That's what I'm trying to hit. Okay. So now I'm gonna do full bend, full extension. Came up a little short, and I stepped out. So you're going to want to attempt to stick that thing. So there's your marker. Go ahead and try and hit that. See if you can get that. Again, waiting about every 30 seconds or so, recover, and try it again. See if you can do that 10 to 12 times.
I'm sure you guys got a little bit of laugh out of that. I didn't hurt myself, so I won the day. And so what I'm just trying to do is give you guys some variety. We'll kind of just keep putting stuff like that out there, just stuff for you to do, and just keep challenging yourself. Just keep moving. Keep moving. The faster you can move, the better. The faster you can turn around, the better. All that kind of stuff. Faster you can change direction. So I hope everything else is going well. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday.